Ah, yes, folks, we're back to the beautiful world of Everfest. No. Or, folks, my name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. This video is brought to you by my patron, Dr. Tiffany. Miss Tiffany over here says, Rudy, I like it. Throw me in. Give me a legendary. I want multiple cold foils in a Fabled. We have not hit I have not actually seen a Fabled from Everfest. Although I think it was a couple weeks back. Didn't we hit didn't the patron get? I thought didn't a patron get like a Arknight Shard, a Crucible, cold foil, some sort of like 3,000-4,000? Didn't they hit something crazy? I thought that happened a couple weeks back, but I have not seen it at Everfest. So full common starting out of the gate, and of course, life of the party. Look out for the Woo Girls, Tiffany. They'll bring you down. And Rolling Thunder for our first Majestic. As the film of this video, not really much has changed in the last few weeks. We've had no real price increase or decrease in actual sealed box of Everfest. I still think they're bouncing around in the 80s. Foil rare, and of course, full regular rare and slicey dicey. So we're not seeing really much of any real sealed product movement at all. It's extraordinarily calm and quiet. Intentions. Striker and 100 wins. A lot of the single cards are still drifting a little bit lower as more supply hits the market. And we see, sometimes I have to admit, I think some of those tokens are foils when they're not. Foil common payload and talisman, and of course release. But yeah, so we're seeing single cards still kind of settle and find their equilibrium points. It doesn't feel like we've hit bottom on many of the single card prices in Everfest as more people kind of open and crack packs. Sealed boxes, I guess, are being held up by map pricing, which seems to be bouncing around between that 78 and about 82. Most people plus tax, but usually that does include free shipping for most people right now. So not really much action. Blood on our hands for Majestic number 2. That is that artwork that gets me every time, man. It's not the blood in the hand, it's the face in the hands. That's what always gets me, man. So it's quite calm. This is extended art. Extended art, foil rare for high striker. Very nice there. You can actually see the bottom of the little mallet where they hit it. It goes bing. So, okay. There you go. Look at that. Deja vu back to back. I know. Everyone's like, why don't they just make the art like full art for... That's up to them. But it looks cool. So, of course, not too bad. I don't think that's one of the extended arts that's doing a whole lot. It isn't a generic extended art, but I don't think that's one of the more expensive ones. Good old cash out for our Majestic. It is a nice change of pace, though, to see all these cards with the bright, vibrant kind of colors like that after, like, the doom and gloom of Monarch, or even more of the nature colors of, like, Everfest. It's kind of a nice little change of pace to see kind of a different type of theme and style. I'm very curious what the next sets are going to be, and the vibe and the kind of the style of it. I'm very, I wonder how they're going to do that with, like what's coming next? Is it more of a throwback? Is it like lore? Is it history? Like, I have no idea what block and what they're doing next with Fab. That'll be quite interesting to see. Potion, and of course, never mind that. I keep thinking that's a rare. Runeblade, Swarming, Majestic number 4 of the video. So we've got nothing too crazy. We don't even have a foil Majestic yet. Obviously, no cold foils or anything, so starting off kind of calm. Ooh, foil Majestic, just talking about that. So far, best of the video is going to be probably that full extended art. Our first Dissolution Sphere, foil Majestic, and of course, regular rare. So, can I get that bottom pack out? So this is the first half of box 1 is completed here. Tiffany, wouldn't call it a dumpster fire. Wouldn't call it a home run. This feels pretty much average down the middle there. Foil rare. Yay, the Rudy even bigger than that rare and rare. So hoping for some excitement here. Seems like we either get a cold foil at the beginning or at the very end of the box. That's what it always seems to feel like on Everfest. But maybe that's just my brain looking for a pattern that's not there. So, anyways, let's see how we do. All right, foil comet again. Even bigger than that. And hey, Majestic Scour. Some people were saying score. Isn't it scour? I think it's scour. I think it is. But again, I have like the worst English detailed language on that stuff. I could be wrong. All right, here we go. Ready, folks? And protection for the foil common, amulet, and of course 100 wins. So I think the market and everybody right now is just like everybody's waiting. I get so many messages. The amount of people just asking, oh, cold foil amulet over here in the middle. I have not seen the assertiveness amulet in person. Looks pretty cool. This looks like a little dagger. I have not seen that particular card. I don't know if that's worth very much. Unfortunately, that might be one of the $4, $5, $6 cold foils. I don't think that's worth a whole lot. Oh, there's a regular one. Oh, shimmers. All right, nice little illusionist action there. Absolutely beautiful. That'd make a good playmat. I don't know if they have that in a playmat already, or somebody else has that exclusive playmat one. Though that'd be a really beautiful playmat, man. With the colors on that. Whew. All right, another talisman there in the middle, and of course Haze. So I wanted to comment on this video before I forget. A lot of people were asking me what was my final thoughts about the carnival slot. Now that it's kind of, hey, no, they're even bigger than that. I think you got a place set. Everybody's been asking me, what are my final conclusions about the carnival slot? Now that it's over and done with and kind of everyone has seen it all, does everybody feel it was kind of let down? It was what everybody expected? Personally, I wouldn't call it a letdown, but it didn't have the shock and awe factor that I thought it was going to have. I think what it was is, hey, look, God, another even bigger than that. That one's a foil rare. I think what happened was so many people built it up with so much crazy speculation of what they were going to do with the carnival slot. It looks really nice in foil. I think what it was is it over promised on the market side, and LSS wouldn't really be able to deliver on how ridiculous the market was expecting. Nerves of Steel for nice. We're getting a lot of Majestics. That's my opinion. I don't think the carnival slot turned out to be bad, but I would like to have seen the carnival slot have a little bit more pizzazz. Pick a card, any card. I was expecting a little bit more maybe hidden trickery in it or something, and maybe like some weird framework or maybe something, but that was just me. And sometimes, less is more. And that's okay. Sometimes everybody starts wanting all kinds of really exotic stuff, and sometimes too much is kind of, look at Magic. Wanting too many flashy variants and all these special things, well, they end up delivering it, and then there's so many variants, everything just kind of crumbles on itself and nobody cares. So it's a very double-edged sword that you got to be really careful with. So, there we go, starting off with a Woo Girl again. Hey, another shimmers there for box 2, Majestic number 1. So that would be my overall comment. I think the hype of Carnival Slot kind of boom and busted. It came and went. And since there's no real concept or really vibe or feel of the carnival slot, I feel like it's kind of forgotten about now. Like, you don't hear anybody really talking about, all right, let's see what the carnival slot is. It doesn't really, oh, extended art, Thunderquake. Very nice. So do you get one extended art in every box? It feels like we get one in every box in Potion and High Roller. I think Thunderquake's a little bit better than the old High Striker there. I think that's Guardian, or is that Brute? Guardian. And anyways, I just think that overall, I think people were expecting this very special variant or version in all kinds of exotic things. And when it turned out to be a little bit more basic, oh, there is a cold foil again for Talisman of Balance. Again, I hate to say it always reminds me of like, it reminds me back in the day of like, I wouldn't say like Lion King, but more like, I don't know, maybe like Beauty and the Beast type thing. No, maybe? Anybody? The Disney side of me? Another Nerves of Steel. Wow. It's like our second or third one. So, but yeah, I think as the future pushes forward, I don't think anyone's even going to remember. Oh, Teklo Pounder. So both of our foil Majestics, last box and this box, actually turned out to be a Mechanologist card. Okay. Tiffany, I don't know if you're, hope you're a mech fan, because man, you're a lot of your powerhouse cards, foil Majestics, both of them are like that. So, yeah. And another high striker. Bravo! Hey, that is not the fancy one. Our first appearance of Bravo on the channel. I've been hearing, I saw pictures about this cold foil crazy double Bravo. I have not even seen one in person. I have not pulled one or seen one. Would really love to see one eventually. It looks really wild. I'd love to see how the cold foiling looks on a kind of that version. I have not seen that at all in person. Many times, as everybody knows, on video or on YouTube, it doesn't do it justice. Like, it just doesn't look nearly as good as it looks in person. Many times, a lot of the foiling and the reflections just don't... There's no way to really... Like, people told me the same thing about Kamigawa. They're like, Rudy, wait till you see one of the neon ink cards, the Chase parallel cards in person. Because on camera, they don't look like much, but apparently in person, similar to some of these other... Hey, Vexing! Look at that, the old Quilling. I love that card. I don't think I've seen that one in cold foil. That looks so cool, man. I don't know why. That calligraphy kind of vibe or feel. That's just such a, got a soft spot for that. I always like that kind of thing. But yeah, many of these special things or certain variants of cards, golly, it's like our 6th, even bigger than that. Holy cow, we gotten a lot of those things. Anyways, but no, it's that's just kind of my comment on everything. Hello, foil, rare, life of the party. A lot of woo girls, a lot of party girls, Miss Tiffany. You got something you want to share in the comment section? That's like, we're getting quite a bit of that card. It's like our 3rd or 4th appearance in the video. Another amulet. God, a lot of duplication in this video. We have not hit many of the other cards in the set, but man, on a 2-box run here, we just really, a lot of overlap. My goodness, okay. Potion. And another high roller. But that's my thing. So in conclusion, as we get to the end of this video here, nothing exotic. This isn't really an exotic video. Nothing, another even bigger than that. Holy crap. And another dissolution sphere. Wasn't that our foil? Yeah, that was our, I was like, that was our foil majestic. So you've got another 3rd majestic to the old mech there, this time non-foil. I just feel like, conclusion, the carnival slot and everything will be gone, and nobody's gonna remember even that term. I think that was, I think as the future marches forward, I don't even think people are gonna know what that is. That's kind of my opinion there. Beautiful passing mirage. Same thing moving forward with a lot of these, kind of the pricing, the history of many of these cards. I think time goes on, and it's not new anymore, and people just don't really care. And unless it's really something special, you know, as we've seen in Magic, there's a lot of versions or certain things, time marches forward, and then it just kind of disappears into the darkness, and everybody just, hey, Island, nice little majestic there. Very nice. Not used to seeing, I wonder if they regret in crew having Shaana. I wonder if they regret having her at Legendary. I wonder that. Foil. Oh, foil majestic. Battering bolt. Hey, Ranger getting a little bit of love. Okay, I actually have 2 foil majestics in this box. That's the first time we've had that in many boxes. That's a nice change of pace. So I don't know if that's a thing. Another. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Box 2. I'm changing my attitude. We have a double cold foil box and a double foil majestic box. So box 2 turned out to be way better than box 1. That's a nice surprise. Beautiful foil rare, ending on a high striker and another pulverized for majestic. So thanks again, Dr. Tiffany, for being a very kind patron, enjoying all the cards heading your way. Final conclusion, everything, folks. Again, this whole doom and gloom, flesh and blood is over with thing is just typical, you know, it's like in Wall Street in the last 2 months because the market stopped going straight up. Everyone's like, all right, everything's going to zero. World's coming to an end. World War 49, 69, 89. You know, people need to, the negativity, man, that stuff spreads more than any virus ever in the history of mankind. Negativity spreads so quick. And yeah, you know, you got to understand where the market is. And yeah, Everfest boxes are not going to 2x, 3x, and, you know, go to 1,000, go to 5. It's just not going to happen. Now, if you're patient and give things time, I do think that most of this flesh and blood sealed product and many of the singles will behave very surprisingly. But, you know, again, we're coming off those 2020, 2021 highs, folks. You know, the things of 5x, 10xing, and doubling your money overnight are just over with. You know, and people just need to have proper expectations because, again, Everfest boxes are still, they're pretty stable in the 80s, man. Most people are paying. I've talked to most people and patrons who said, Rudy, will you sell some extra? Do you have any more of the this or that? And I'm like, oh, sorry, not for sale this time. I mean, as I disclosed originally, I do have a good supply of Everfest first edition boxes because I didn't have enough of the playmats to build the extra kits. Remember that whole conversation? So I do plan on having like more of the Everfest bundles, but I don't have the playmats. So we're trying to decide, like, you know, do I swap it like a MetaZoo playmat? Do I swap it with like just, you know, just no playmats? I'm trying to figure out kind of what I can do with that when I get an extra Friday without in between Magic or MetaZoo or Pokemon and things like that, or Weiss or any other releases. Because I do still have the other half of my Everfest position that we did not use because we ran out of the kits for the playmats. So other than that, that's about it. People are just coming off that high of making that quick money, and you know, because of that, everything feels bad because it's moving slow again. So it's kind of funky.